Today, anyone can create a good-looking image or a short video clip using a single prompt. But to create a professional brand or a product launch campaign requires so much more from a creative agency. Agencies need to be able to control their output, they need to be able to collaborate within the team and iterate the design, and they need processes that scale. Creative agencies no longer struggle to generate ideas. They struggle to take their AI from one-off outputs into repeatable, scalable workflows. And most clients don't request new design all the time. They want you to be able to iterate on your design and make adjustments in a controlled way. But most AI workflows are not built for this kind of work, and that is the problem. So what do we actually need in order to work professionally with AI for design? First of all, we have to enable collaboration. We have to be able to work as a team together on a project seamlessly. We also have to be able to iterate and evolve our design without having to start from scratch and regenerate everything all over. And additionally, we have to be able to reuse our thinking and create processes to deliver consistent quality and style throughout the project, but also across projects. And this is not a problem of creativity. This is a structural problem. And this is where many AI workflows break down. The problem isn't that AI prompts are bad. Every AI system uses prompts. The problem is the single prompt focused workflows, where all the logic lives inside of a single instruction. When everything is collapsed into one prompt, 4 things happen. First of all, control is weak. You can influence the output, but you can't clearly control which part of your decision and your prompt influence that part of the result. Too much is left to randomness. The second thing is that iterations become very fragile. Modifying a requirement means that you're rewriting the prompt, and that often modifies other aspects that you didn't intend to change. So revisions become very difficult to predict. The third thing is that the collaboration doesn't scale. The logic lives inside of someone's head, and that means that the team cannot inspect your logic, they cannot understand your logic, and they cannot reuse your logic. And the fourth thing is that processes don't compound. Each prompt is a one-off, and you keep reinventing new prompts instead of building on a workflow that you iterate and improve over time. So the intelligence is there, but the structure isn't. And this is where things are breaking down in real agency work. So in a single prompt-centric workflow, it's really hard for you to predict what will change and what will not change when you're modifying your prompt. And when you want to iterate something, a small change may force you to regenerate your work instead of just refining that aspect that you intended. When you're collaborating in a team, a prompt doesn't show your intent. It doesn't show the reasoning and the process behind your work. It doesn't survive a handoff. And when you want to scale your work, there is nothing to reuse, nothing to build upon and evolve. No standardized process. Single prompt-centric workflows work really well in fast, isolated outputs, and they're really shining there. But that's not how agencies are operating. They operate under time pressure across people and projects, and they're required to deliver cohesive style and consistent quality outputs, and that's really where these kind of workflows hit a ceiling. And this is where a different workflow model starts to matter. Not a better AI, not a better prompt, a different structure. Node-based workflows don't try to make AI smarter. They make decisions visible. Instead of collapsing everything into one instruction, they break down the work into explicit steps where each step is responsible for one thing. And then you can see how everything is connected. And because the decisions are separated, you can modify one part of the workflow without affecting everything else. This gives us new opportunities. Iterations are now non-destructible. You don't have to start all over again, but you can make small incremental changes and adjust your project. And the logic is now visible and accessible. So the workflow doesn't live inside of someone's head. Instead, anyone in the team can open the project, see what has been done, in what order and why. That's what turns an individual's output into a shareable system. And that's why node-based frameworks fit agency work so well. You make outcomes predictable, you make iterations non-destructive, you enable collaboration and the reuse of processes. Basically, you're starting to build scalable systems. The idea of using node-based systems for creative work isn't something new. It has existed for years within the 3D and video production pipelines. And it has been used for creating materials, for doing animations, for color grading and compositing. And the reason it exists is that complex creative work demands structure. And if you're gonna use AI for serious agency work, the structure is impossible to ignore. This model doesn't come without trade-offs. It has a steeper learning curve. It initially feels slower and requires more thinking, and it's not optimized for these one-off tasks. It's not for beginners or these quick experiments. But that's not a flaw, it's a cost of structure. Okay, so here is the core principle. Single prompt-centric AI optimizes for instructions, while node-based frameworks optimize for systems. And agencies are scaling with systems. In the coming videos, I will look through this lens and evaluate real platforms, not to hype them, but to see where this model actually makes sense. See you.